What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on the video, for showing up and coming on through. Let's go ahead and listen to some more from the Police. Let's listen to kind of where we left off. I mean, we've listened to the first 3 tracks on this album. I don't know if we've heard Message in a Bottle on the channel, but I've heard that song. So let's go ahead and listen to Bring on the Night, of course, off of Reggatta de Blanc, which was released in 1979. Let's go ahead and put it on, jam out. We'll talk about it after. Here we go. Is that what I was doing? Just sliding down and up the fret? Came in interesting. There's that break.
I couldn't stand another hour of daylight. Bring on the night. I couldn't stand another hour of daylight. The future is but a question mark. Hangs above my head there in the dark. Can't see for the brightness, staring me blind. Diving this yesterday, goodbye. Bring on the night.
I like when that pure reggae bass comes out.
Couldn't stand another hour of daylight. Bring on the night. I couldn't stand another hour of daylight. Bring on the night. I couldn't stand another hour of daylight. Bring on the night. I couldn't stand another hour of daylight.
Bring on the Night. I'm kind of stuck between 2 places here with Bring on the Night. And let's start with one place and then we'll go to the other place. This is a much more mid-range, mid-tempo track with an interesting kind of ambience here. So Sting, he's doing his usual like shouting, calling out to the darkness kind of thing, which I like. I like that obviously. Stewart is much more reserved here, and even in his reservations, in the break where we have some unique playing from Summers on the guitar, he adds a lot of power between the crashes and the snare on those hits. Like, and I like how that grows in intensity without, I guess, kind of going off. I think that's interesting. There's an interesting restraint that Stewart's showing here. He's allowing the atmosphere of the song to really sit and dwell and kind of like organically float around. The bass is also really nice, kind of once again, kind of doing a steady beat. That moment where it breaks off into a more straightforward reggae sounding beat is kind of cool too. And Andy, I think, is actually the most interesting musician in this particular track with what he's doing. Whether that's that initial, I don't know, but it's like scraping the strings of the guitar and kind of sliding up and sliding down, or that break, which I thought was actually kind of interesting with the atmosphere he builds with that very high-pitched note there. That's how I feel on one hand. On the other hand, I feel like this track kind of lacks a spark. I feel like it's boring is too strong of a word, but give me like one word just before it hits boring and I'm kind of there. It's the kind of track I would never skip. I'm glad I heard it. And I think that it does have a good sound in lieu of the album, like when listening to it sequentially. But would I listen to it on its own? Probably not. So I'm of two minds. That's what my reaction is. Sometimes I don't have a good or bad, perfect, this way or this way, hot, cold reaction. I'm just kind of in the middle with a few different thoughts. Like, you can't really see music objectively because music hits everyone different as any art form does. But if I was to try and look objectively, it's a good track. I would not consider this filler. I wouldn't say anything negative about it. But when it comes to how it does it hit me, how does it impact me, I like a lot of it. But I just feel like I'm missing something. I don't know. This is a track that could go either way on future listens with me personally. And I just got to sit where I am, right here. The afternoon has gently passed me by. The evening spreads itself against the sky. Waiting for tomorrow, it's just another day, as I bid yesterday goodbye. Bring on the night, I couldn't stand another hour of daylight. Bring on the night, I couldn't stand another hour of daylight. The future is but a question mark, hangs above my head there in the dark. Can't see, for the brightness is staring me blind, as I bid yesterday goodbye. So he's always looking forward to whatever's coming. He's always done with the day. He's done what he can. He's accomplished what he can. He's always for the night. He's always ready for that transitional period and perhaps a new opportunity in the next day. Couldn't stand another hour of daylight. I just repeats that actually from there. It says that this song was originally called Carrion Prince, O Ye of Little Hope, written 3 years earlier for Sting's previous band, Last Exit. When the song was first written, it was about Pontius Pilate, but after reading Norman Mailer's The Executioner song, Sting felt the song better suited Gary Gilmore's Death Wish, and since then, I sing it with him in mind. So, I've never heard of Norman Mailer's The Executioner song, but I'm assuming if this is about an execution or an executioner, then Bring on the Night could just be like a prisoner that's going to be executed in the morning. And he's like, let's just kind of get this over with. Like, I'm done with my last day here on Earth. Let's bring on the night, have my last night, and then like let's just get out of there. Or it could be about something completely different. What I do think is interesting is that what we just read off that information, the next track on the album is called Death Wish. So there's perhaps a little bit of connection there. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just reaching. But what I hope you're reaching for is that like button. Go ahead and press that. Get it out the way. Let me know what you guys thought of the track. Always got to work on these transitions here. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.